Hey, what's up, YouTube? Goratha here. So today I'm going to talk about how day 2 went with my Bleed Eviscerate Gladiator. There's a lot to talk about. I have a lot of ideas in my mind about where I want to take the character. I have a lot of things I figured out. Not much has changed with the gear. PvP finally did update, though, and we finally see the new bases. A lot of people are freaking out that I didn't have bases in PvP. But yeah, these weren't in PvP yet. The gyms are finally in PvP. We can actually kind of see our numbers a little bit. Yeah, let's get into it. So I asked a lot of questions yesterday about the 6 link. I don't actually have a 6 link yet myself, but I believe the best option is probably just volatility whenever you get Rislatas. You get the 6 link, you get Rislatas, you put volatility in. These synergize really well together. Volatility is really good on PvP. It is a good gem, but I wouldn't recommend it until your 6 link. There's a lot more variance, and the map clearing might feel a lot worse if you low roll. And I definitely think you want expert retaliation if you're running volatility in Rislatas. This makes it so you have a lot more procs and your cooldown's a lot shorter, so you can just like spam your Eviscerate a lot more. This is a very important gem, and the build feels way better with it, to be honest. Like, it just feels a lot better to have this gem in. It doesn't show damage on PoB, but it's very good. There's a lot of other options as well. Like, Deadly Ailments is an option, but it kills your Fortify and Leech. And right now I'm relying on Eviscerate for Fortify through the annoying Crushing Reply. I might try to run Crushing Fists eventually, and Crushing Fists would apply this as well. Or just put Fortify on Crushing Fists and drop Bladestorm. And I could get a different Anoint and put Deadly Elements on the Eviscerate instead. That could be an option. You have to drop Cruelty if you run Deadly Elements though. Whichever they want to talk about the gem links. This is what I would currently do if I get a 6 link. Bladestorm. Bladestorm versus Crushing Fist. So currently I'm still using Bladestorm. It's the utility thing. It gives Maim, which gives more damage. It gives Calling Strike, which is really nice, and it also procs Aggravate really well. Bloodletting is 10% chance to proc Aggravate, and then Vulnerability is another 10% chance. So 20% chance to proc Aggravate, and Bladestorm is just a nice ability that lingers on the ground. You don't have to be attacking. It's just on the ground after you right-click it. And it also just hits a lot. So it's probably the best option for the Aggravate stuff. Now, Transfigured isn't really required. Just messing around with it to see if the Sandstorms actually make the build feel better. I mean, I don't even really notice it too much, honestly. Like, the Sandstorms are nice and all, but you could just use normal Bladestorm as well. Eventually, I might drop Bladestorm entirely and run Crushing Fist with Prepared Response. This would be Crushing Fist, Maim, Fortify, and what's it? Calling Strike, I guess, probably. So it'd be a utility skill as well. Oh wait, you actually might run Fist of War. Fist of War would make Crushing Fist feel a lot better. It's a pretty big AoE. And then you have like the ping pong playstyle. That's definitely an option as well. Currently, I am anointing the Fortify, but if you end up running Crushing Fist, you can drop it for a different anoint. There's a lot of good ones, like the Endurance Charge. There's like a lot of damage anoints you can take. Like, there's a lot of options. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. There's also the No Forgiveness node, which is probably really nice quality of life. I'll probably test this out as well. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Now, I do want to talk about Blood Magic. Blood Magic and Tincture specifically. Now, the Tincture, I'm not sure if it's in PoB yet, but the Tinctures are really, really strong. Especially the Bleed Tincture. It is pretty ridiculous how much damage you get from it. I'll put like a really good Tincture in PoB real quick. It's a lot of damage. It's quite a bit of damage. PoB doesn't really like it right now, I guess. I'll fix it real quick. This is without even considering the 90% damage. Pretty ridiculous. This is a 1.2 million DPS increase, and we only have 3 million DPS. It's like 40% more damage. Pretty insane. Now, you can actually run this with Blood Magic. You just take the Blood-Soaked Blade. It's for sure worth it. If I was playing Softcore, I would use it for sure. To be honest, I was messing around with it a bit on Hardcore. It's just, I don't want to like press it and like forget about it, because you just like start DJing a lot if you don't like remember to click it off. I felt like it was like a little bit too spicy for me to like continuously manage that. It wasn't like a huge deal. It's just something I didn't want to like have like forget about it and die randomly. Now, I was thinking about actually dropping Blood Magic eventually and just running like Spirit of War. This would probably fix your mana completely. And then running like Malevolence as well. Now, Malevolence would actually add a lot of damage. Malevolence is pretty insane. This is like another like 20% more damage. So that would be pretty nice as well. Dropping Blood Magic and running that instead. Definitely can do it. I just haven't. And also, dual curse. I was mentioning earlier the annoyance. You can actually go dual curse eventually with Poacher Smart. Pretty good. It actually is better than it looks on PUB because of the fizz damage. Overwhelm or whatever it has on it. That'd be like, what? Whispers of Doom? So you anoint Whispers of Doom, you get Poacher's Mark. You could probably do Mark and Hit, even, and it'd be pretty nice. Then Poacher's Mark will be a big chunk of damage as well, and give you friendly charges. Speaking of friendly charges, I am currently getting friendly charges through my chest implicit, and not through Blood Rage. Well, Blood Rage was a little annoying with the degen, so I opted to just go for the friendly charge gain on chest implicit. This already works really well with our build because we have the charge duration node anyways, so we always have charges on bosses too. Honestly, you could probably click Savagery if you wanted to. The thing is, it does take a while for these to stack up, so that's why I haven't clicked like an extra friendly charge. But theoretically, if you have like infinity time, you could like just click some friendly charges and then like sit around before you fight the boss. I guess that would synergize really well with War of Attrition. I kind of did something similar with my Eater of World Sight. I was kind of memeing with chat, and I AFK'd for like a minute or two to see how much damage I would get. It's pretty funny. I'll show you guys a clip of the Eater. The watch rates actually went pretty well for me. I did Eater and Exarch, and wasn't too big of a struggle, actually. Maven will be annoying because of the brain phase. But yeah, the bossing was actually pretty fun. I think Uber Elder will also be very easy, because there's a lot of projectiles going out. You just get hit a lot. As long as you're proccing Retaliate, you're going to be able to kill the boss easily. And then eventually you have the Ring of the Accuser, which I mentioned in the League Start video. But the Accuser ring is pretty good. It's from Ritual, though, and I've been avoiding Ritual because they added these crazy chaos damage mobs. That's the whole... I could make a whole nother video about that, but Ritual is really scary right now, so I've been avoiding it. Now, speaking of mechanics, this build is really, really good at doing Expedition, and really, really good at doing Harvest. So I recommend to go straight for Expedition and Harvest. Really good build at doing that. And I mean, you can do Ritual, especially in softcore. I think it is good at Ritual. It's just Ritual is scary. It's the thing for hardcore. Quickly, I'm gonna mention again the AoE node. The AoE node is especially important. This is like, if you don't have these AoE nodes, you're not overlapping. Like, you see overlapping on Eviscerate. It's gonna be one wave versus two waves. Like, this is a big damage increase, but it feels really good as well because the AoE is a lot better. And you're not like having like this big open gap in the middle of the Eviscerate. It's more of a cone attack that hits the entire screen. It's very good. You should take these AoE nodes as soon as possible. That's all I mentioned again because it's so important. I mentioned in the last video, but it's very, very important. Get those nodes. Yeah, anyways, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.